Morning, everybody. Uneducated Economist here. So, got an interesting article coming out of the South China Morning Post. Anyway, more strong dollar news. So Hong Kong currency is weakening, and in order to stop the weakening, they're not even doing it on purpose. It just happens to be weakening to the dollar, right? Because the dollar is growing so much stronger right now to the rest of the world currencies. And so what they had to do is they had to take some of their dollar holdings and they sold those into the market and bought back their own local currency, taking their local currency off the market, therefore shrinking their liquidity, causing the value of their local currency to go up. And so by selling these this $991 million, you know, it's just proving that there is more dollar strength happening right now than there is in most other nations. So even though these other nations aren't attempting to do any kind of quantitative easings or anything like that, they're still having their currency weaken to the U.S. dollar on account of the fact that the dollar is growing so much stronger to the rest of the world currencies out there. So anyway, yeah, interesting form of currency wars. So, you know, if you think about it, like the dollar is still, even though it's, you know, it's got a bad rap right now, is still the world reserve currency, right? And yeah, I'll try to give you guys a better view there. And so, like, if a nation wants to buy another nation's exports, right? If they want to buy their oil, or if they want to buy their, you know, whatever it is they got, you know, they got grain or whatever they want to buy, most of the time, what they'll do is they will convert their local currency over to U.S. dollars first, and then buy the foreign good, and then have it imported into their nation. That's what makes the dollar the reserve currency. It causes a demand for dollar outside of the United States that is unique only to America. That's one of the reasons why we have such a high standard of living, is because there's big demand for U.S. dollars to do world trade with, right? So when the United States stands still while the rest of the nations weaken their currency, it causes nations to feel pain from the fact that they have to buy the dollars for so much more of their local currency, right? As the dollar strengthens to their local currency, they have to come up with more and more of it in order to get their exports to come in. They can get plenty of they can export plenty themselves, but getting their imports from other nations becomes incredibly expensive. Okay, so as the United States imports become incredibly cheap and our exports become expensive, the rest of the nations, worlds out there, their exports become incredibly cheap, but their imports become incredibly expensive. Okay, and so that's the reasons why, you know, Hong Kong is trying to stabilize their currency by selling off those dollars, and they're going to wish they hadn't come summertime, because those dollars are going to be worth so much more than they are now. Anyway, I'll leave a link down in the description to that article. And here, how about I give you guys a view of the river here, since it's such a beautiful morning here. I'm gonna cruise down here under these rocks. Hopefully I don't kill myself. All right, there we go. So you see that little kind of mountain sticking out there? It looks like kind of like a cloud bank coming in right on the other side of that building. That's called Tongue Point right there. That's where the Coast Guard station is, and they pretty much handle all the placement of all those buoys. And then there's, like, way out towards the mouth there's Cape Disappointment, and that's where the search and rescue guys come out of. And then there's also a Coast Guard air station, but you can't. That's not around here. It's over on the other side of the hill there. All right, Uneducated Economist. Talk to you guys later.